All right, we are at the Silver Lake Sand Dunes with the family, and I am airing down. We got the flag mounted. I am using this Thor's Lightning rapid air system. This thing is just awesome. So I'm airing down all 4 tires at once, and I have equalized pressures. So you've got a hose that connects to the front, which connects to the rear, which connects to the other side, and you just open the valve, and I've aired down from 42 psi. We're gonna go to 17, just because the dunes are a little bit wetter today. And in just about, I don't know, 3 minutes, this is aired down very, very fast. And we're gonna air up the same way with just a connection right here. These beadlock wheels are really annoying to air up and air down because the valve stem access is so tiny. You gotta get little tiny fingers in there. And I feel like I have reasonably sized hands. They're not too big, they're not too small, they're kind of average. And it's just a tight little fit. So one note, if you're actually doing some off-roading and airing up and airing down a lot in your Raptor, I'm not sure I'd actually recommend these Ranger beadlock capable wheels. I'd probably just throw on a set of Ford Bronco Sasquatch takeoffs because they have a bit better valve stem access. All right, so first time on sand with the KO3s. We'll see how they perform. I'm just gonna get all the hoses disconnected. On first impressions, this is a really nice system. I've always wanted something that I can quickly air up and air down with. I've used the bleeder valves, you just kind of screw them on and they let a ton of air out fast, and you calibrate them to a certain PSI, but they're never 100% accurate. And this just seems like a much better solution. Only complaint I have about these is the bag they came with is not big enough to fit it back into once you've actually used it. So it has to be pretty much wound up perfectly. All right, and then we just turn it off. And then back in my Bell helmet bag. All right, flag looks pretty good. That doesn't seem like it's going far. Got all my recovery gear here. And then the dunes do have their own air system, so we might drive down to that, but in case if it's not working or something, I have this ViaAir air up where I'll just connect it to the battery, both terminals, and then the Thor's Lightning quick connect system, and we'll be good to go. All right. Off we go. Okay. We're in Baja mode, 4 high. Yeah. We're gonna wait for, got my son in the back. The whole family's here. We're gonna wait for this little clink from the flag pole here. This is our safety check, just to make sure that we have the right flag height. There it is. We're at the right height and we're off.
He's the Ranger Raptor.
We're in the Ranger Raptor. All right, you ready? Here we go. This is the view. It's pretty cool. This is called Test Hill over here. And that's where you test your bravery and your vehicle.
What's that?
That is Test Hill. That's a big, scary hill. We may or may not do Test Hill today. We'll see. We'll see someone else do it first.
We made it to a sand dune.
We made it to the sand dunes. We're driving around on the dunes.
So pretty.
It's pretty cool.
I'll get out.
We're gonna stay in the car. Yeah, we gotta stay in the car for most of this, just because it's a little bit dangerous to walk around because of all the cars. And we'll kind of test our air pressure here. We'll follow this Jeep. Got a bit of a ridge up this way. This tire pressure feels pretty good.
Do a big jump.
Might do a little jump. No, we're not gonna crash. Let's get near the beach. Yeah, we have just grip for days.
Okay.
It is great, easy. We're not gonna get stuck today. That's the goal. Don't want to get stuck. This way. We don't want to get stuck in the sand. That'd be bad.
We're not gonna go in the water.
No, definitely not. We're just gonna drive. We're gonna drive in the dunes.
I'll get out.
Maybe soon.
Yeah, maybe in a little bit.
Maybe
See how
soon.
mommy holds up here. We're going very, very, very easy
I
for
know.
you guys right now. We're being very nice.
And that's how, like, you need to let it out and go have fun.
Yeah, I do.
No, I don't like
Is that for
Little jump.
this. Scary.
All right, we have ditched the family and we are off on our own at the dunes. All right, we're in two-wheel drive. Apologies for the rattling car seat, but that's just what we got today. Oh my gosh, the suspension is just amazing. Absolutely incredible up here. It's so soft. It's soaking just everything up. Should we lock the rear diff? Maybe. Let's try it. I missed coming out here. It's a lot of fun. In off-road mode right now. Just soaking everything up. Let's go into 4 high. And see where we stand with breakover angle up here at Test Hill. That looks like a pretty easy line over there. And the rest of it looks pretty darn steep. All right, we're going up Test Hill here. There we go. Up the whoops. That was pretty easy, actually. In off-road mode, the Ranger Raptor is just, oh, it's just soaking everything up out here beautifully. It's so soft, so supple. Let's go into 2 high. here. We'll go over this way. Feeling a little bit of stability control intervention. Let's go into sport mode. And we're in rear wheel drive. And then we're gonna go into 4 auto here. There we go. And we'll stop downhill. We're gonna hold traction off. And then we're gonna put our steering into comfort, our suspension into off-road, our exhaust into Baja, and we're all set. Second gear. Yeah, this is fun. That's more like it. This diff. Got a little scramble area down here. Leave room for people coming up the hill. Suspension's so supple, it's hard to tell when you've hit air. But oh, this is fun. It's great getting behind the wheel of something that's a little bit lighter weight out here. It makes this experience just a little bit easier too. How do I turn on my front camera in off-road mode? There we go. No. I think I have to be, I don't think I can be in sport mode. I think that's the trick. I have to be in Baja, which doesn't quite allow me full traction off, I feel like. four-wheel drive. Oh, there's so much grip. Oh, that's awesome. back up here, and we've got all 4 tires inflating at the same time. This isn't the ideal setup. Honestly, I'd kind of rather run the ViaAir from the battery because I don't have to hold this on here, but as you can see, we're just using the air from the Silver Lake sand dunes. I've got this little adapter on the bottom, and that's basically just letting me put this on and air us back up. So we're getting up there pretty quickly. We're gonna put us at about 37 PSI or so. We're already up to 23. And there's probably about a 5-pound difference between what the display shows and what the actual air pressure is inside. So if I let go, we're at 38, which is perfect. I'm gonna close this so that it doesn't leak anymore. Disconnect that. All right, guys, well, that's a wrap on today's video. Things were cut a little bit short. The family was on the beach and there were just a ton of sandflies. It was pretty miserable. So I had to come back and grab them, scoop them up, and we're gonna go get some lunch because everyone's hungry. You guys know how it goes with the family. You can't do it all, but we got a nice little rip on the Ranger Raptor and just so happy with how this thing performs off-road. It is absolutely incredible what this can do. It is an amazing truck, and it's just, I don't know, I'm actually starting to warm up to these KO3s as well. They did awesome in the sand. Of course, anything aired down to 18 PSI will do well in the sand. And today's conditions were a little bit of an exception just because it was slightly wet. So we had a ton of traction out, a ton of grip out. Fun little excursion. I think this was overall a pretty good success. A couple of complaints with these beadlock wheels and how inaccessible the valve stems are, but otherwise this all seems to have worked pretty darn well and makes a tedious process less tedious. And the flag even stayed on, didn't de-bead. Okay, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.